Hey pre-K friends, it's Miss Kreiner and we are starting something new today. We are starting spring. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but before we go to spring, we are going to work on our calendar. So today is Miss Kreiner's favorite day, so you know what that is. It is Friday. Our pattern this month is an ABC pattern. We have shamrock, rainbow, and fish. And yesterday we had a shamrock, so what do we need today? We need a rainbow. And on that rainbow is the number 20. Do you know what that is? It's the number 20. So today is Friday, March 20th, 2020. All right, so that is our day. Now, I'm going to get my board out and I want you to read with me. All right, ready? Good morning. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2020. All right, so now let's talk about the weather. If you notice, I moved outside today because it is so pretty and it's great spring weather. So let's talk about our weather for today. I'm thinking it's feeling a little hot today. It's kind of going from warm to hot. So I'm going to put hot up. And then if you look outside, you can definitely tell that it's sunny. So I'm going to put sunny up. All right, and Miss Kreiner forgot her sunny up here to finish up on Friday. But what I would do is I would put another sunny right here, and that would complete our week. So when we come back on Monday, we'll start all over for the week. But so far this week, we've done 5 days of weather, and we've had 3 sunny days. So we're having great, great weather. All right, so our letter this week has been T. And remember, T is a consonant, and T says T, T, T. So let's look at our cards for T. I'm going to show you the picture, and you tell me what it is. That is a train, and remember, train's a form of transportation. Train and transportation both start with T. Then I have this animal, tiger, tiger. Then I have teeth, and this is the toy we talked about. It's called a top. So top and toy both begin with T. And last, I have a tomato. And tomato is something that a lot of you like to eat in the cafeteria with your ranch. All right, so those are our T words. Now, on Monday, we'll start a new letter, okay? So think about what comes after T, and that's going to be our letter for Monday. All right, so we're going to look at our letter cards today, and let's do the sounds. Yesterday, we talked about what the letter was, but today, let's do the sound, okay? So the first letter we have is E, and E says eh, eh, eh. It also says E. It says its name because it's a vowel. Remember, it makes 2 sounds. Now we have F. What sound does it make? F, f, f. Very good. All right, and now we have D. What about it? D, d, d. Good. And H. H says... Then we have Z. Z says z, z, z. And we have G. G says g, g, g. I have I, and I says I, I, I. And remember, I is a vowel, so it makes 2 sounds. It says I, and it says its name, I. Now we have J, and J says j, j, j. Next is K, and K says k, k, k. Now we have L. L says l, l, l. N. N says n, n, n. O's another vowel, so it makes 2 sounds. It says ah, and it says o. X is, it's kind of a harder one. It goes ks, ks. Then we have Y. Y says y, y, y. U is a vowel, so it makes two sounds. It says and you. Next we have V, and V says v. W, and W says w. Now we have A, our first letter of the alphabet, and it's a vowel too. It makes two sounds. It says A, and it says A. Next we have S, and S is S. R. R says R. Next we have C, and C says K. M, and M says M. Next I have Q, and Q says Qu. P, and P says P. And last we have B, and B says B. Very good. That's a lot of letters, a lot of sounds. All right, now we are going to start talking about spring. It's one of Miss Kreiner's favorite seasons. And so I got my spring poster up because, you know, we have one of these for each season. We've had fall and pre-K so far. We've had winter. And now we are finally turning to spring. So let's talk about spring. I picked this picture out with lots of flowers and pretty weather. And so we can go ahead and start talking about the kind of weather we have in spring. Spring sometimes has spring showers where we have rain, and that's when the flowers come. It can be windy. You'll notice it's kind of windy now. You can see my board kind of moving. It's a lot of times it's very sunny, and the temperatures are warmer. So spring has really good weather. And then the months we have spring are March. So if you notice, it kind of starts at the end of March. So we'll have about a week of March has spring. Then we have spring in April, in May, and in June. And at the end of June, it turns to summertime. So the rest of our school year, it will be spring. So if you notice, I put our new season, spring, up here. So this will be up on our board for the rest of the school year. All right, so let's talk about what kind of clothes you might wear during spring. Now, if you notice, Miss Kreiner today has on a dress, and I've got my sandals on because it's a little bit warmer, so I can wear stuff like that. And all my girls will go back to wearing their dresses and shorts. It's a great time to wear shorts. So when we go outside on the playground, you won't be as hot. So lots of people wear shorts and short sleeve shirts like Miss Kreiner has now. You won't need a jacket anymore because it'll be so warm. And bathing suits, because in springtime you can start to go swimming. Like you can go to the pool or to the beach. And the shoes you might start wearing are sandals or flip-flops like Miss Kreiner has on right now. So let your toes get some air. Now, activities. So these are lots of fun things that we like to do in the spring. So some of our sports, like some of you like to play t-ball or baseball or soccer like my girls. And you might like to pick flowers. It's a great time of year to pick flowers because the flowers will start blooming. And drink lemonade. My girls love to drink lemonade, and you can make it, and it's so yummy. And swimming, like we talked about with our bathing suits. It's a great time to start swimming, and even fishing. It's an awesome time to start fishing. So those are some of our spring activities. So we'll have this poster up to remind us about spring. And I've got some spring words to show you now too. So I'll move this for a second. All right, so I've got my basket up here. My chart up here that I'm going to put some of our words in because you at home are doing a spring book. Miss Kreiner gave you some words where you cut the picture out and put it in your journal. And I've got some of these words might be on yours. Like this first one is a chick, because a lot of times in the spring, that is when animals hatch out of eggs. So a chick is a baby chicken. Now we also might see more butterflies And we are going to start talking about butterflies really soon. And we have egg because with Easter time, you might hide eggs or try to find them. And then also a chick comes out of an egg. Not a fancy one like this, but they do come out of an egg. Then we have weather words like cloud and sun and rain. We also have storm, because sometimes we'll have some thunderstorms in the in springtime. And then, but even after storm comes a rainbow a lot of times. We love rainbows. All right, and then from the rain and the sun, we get flowers. And a great thing to do right now is picnics. You can go outside and have a picnic because the weather's so nice. All right, and then sometimes, I forgot this, when you have the rain, you might need an umbrella. And last is a bee, because they come out during the spring too, okay? So those are some of our spring words that we've got that we will talk about all next week. So, all right, I have my friend Cassidy with me today, and Cassidy is a big kindergartner. And she is going to help me with counting today because Bryce is not here. And we are going to count to 30 today. And today we are going to do our arm punches, okay? We're going to do each arm and we're going to count to 30. You ready, Cass? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Excellent counting, Cassidy. All right, friends, so I have 2 spring books to share with you today. And the first one is a scholastic one, and it's called When Spring Comes, and it's by Robert Mass. He is the author. And you'll see in this book it has real pictures, not drawings. Spirits soar when spring comes. And let's look at what that person's doing. They're flying a kite. That's another great thing to do during springtime. A sweet, fresh breeze blows. Bright shades of green decorate winter's bare trees. Farmers plow to burn off last year's stubble to get the earth ready for planting. Spring is the time to sow seeds so there'll be more crops later in the year. So here's the farmer getting things ready. Rain and melting snow make spring waters rush. The season's warm days and cool nights mean maple sap can rise and be tapped. So guys, maple is what we get syrup from, okay? So like syrup that you eat with your waffles or your pancakes that we have sometimes at school, that's coming from this maple tree. Crockett says, peek their head above the ground when spring comes. Gardeners turn the soils to last year's bulbs will return to flowers. Animals, big and small, are born in springtime. Foals nuzzle their dams. A mother duck seems to say, make way for ducklings. So we've got the horses over here and the sweet little ducklings. After the long winter, boats need sanding, bricks need pointing, and roofs need mending. And you might be helping your parents at home do some spring cleaning. Fixing and cleaning, tightening and airing are spring tasks of repair and renewal. So they're putting some air in their tires and getting ready so they can do things outside. This little girl's helping clean up. definitely some things you should help your parents with right now. When all the world turns green and flowery again, a blossom is enough to inspire a painting. Matzah is part of the Easter, part of every Passover Seder, when families gather to retell an ancient story. Bonnets and bunnies appear at Easter. It's a time to hunt for eggs. So these are two holidays that come in spring.
What holiday?
Passover and Easter.
What Passover mean?
It's a different holiday that Jewish people celebrate. Kind of like we talked, did you talk about Hanukkah at Christmas time? Remember how we talked about Hanukkah at Christmas time? That's something that they, Jewish people do for Passover. April showers bring rain delays and May flowers. Look at these beautiful flower pictures. She's even wearing flowers in her hair. When spring comes, birds return from winter homes and busily build their nest as people curiously look on. So look at them watching the birds. We do that outside when we're on the playground sometimes. Sometimes we'll see the hawks or the crows. On May days, there's dancing and maypoles, music, and sunshine. It seems that all the world celebrates spring. Tradition has it that spring is a time for love to blossom and be affirmed. So look at them. What does it look like they're doing? Looks like they're getting married. As the season nears its end and hot weather approaches, we mark Memorial Day to honor those who've fallen for our country. Spring makes us ready for the seasons to come. Roll on summer. All right, so that's our book, When Spring Comes. Now my next book is called Spring Changes, and let's see if it tells us anything different. All right, so our book is called Spring Changes by Ellen B. Sinesy, and she is the author, and it's got real pictures too. What's one of the first signs of spring? Pussy willows. You know spring is coming when you see their soft gray buds pop out into the chilly air. The weather is still cold from winter. The sun is slowly warming up the earth. Except for evergreens, other trees and plants are still bare and brown. Daylight lasts longer and longer. And we had that happen a couple weeks ago where the time changed and now you have more time to play outside in the evening because it doesn't get dark so early. The weather keeps changing. It can be snowy or rainy or windy or sunny. Maybe even all in the same day. Not where we live. Snow melts, rain falls, and there's mud and dirt everywhere. Water and sunlight help roots and seeds grow into plants. The new plants will grow right through the dirt and into the open air. Like magic, plants change and grow. Leaf buds push their way out of the woody branches, and the buds unfold slowly into bright green leaves on trees and bushes. More buds form as flowers get ready to open and bloom. Some flowers bloom in early spring and others bloom later in spring. Soon the spring air is warm and inviting and many flowers open wide to the rain and sun. In spring, warm weather means we don't need coats or boots. People plant gardens in the spring. It's exciting to watch plants grow, especially ones you will be able to eat later. So they're doing a garden right here of things that they can eat. And what we'll do later on is we'll plant flowers and we'll plant the seed and watch it grow in our classroom. There's a feeling of excitement in the warm, sunny air. Outside is the only place you will want to be. Look around. Living creatures are suddenly everywhere. Some wake up after sleeping through the cold winter. Remember what that's called when we sleep through the winter? Remember that big word? Hibernation? Yep, they wake up. Others come alive for the first time in spring. Many come back after going south for the winter. Many baby animals are born in the spring. They want to run and play like people do. People celebrate holidays. There's Mother's Day and Father's Day. Some families celebrate Passover or Easter. But most of all, people welcome new life and sunny warmth in spring. Look around and see. Spring changes are everywhere. Soon, with barely a whisper, spring slips into summer. All right, friends, so what I want you to do this weekend is I want you to start looking for the changes that you see outside that spring is here, okay? So start thinking about it and tell me what you see. You can tell your parents to message me and with what your nose, or you can send me a picture. You can get your parents to dojo me a picture, or they can text it to me. But today is Friday, so I will not see you tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday with new videos, but I hope you have a great weekend with your family and you get to do fun things, play outside, be good for your moms and dads, and don't fight with your siblings. And I'll see you Monday. Love you.